going to increase taxes, you should do it on a year that it's 0.38 and bring it to 41. So people understand what you're doing, not try to sneak it in during a reassessment year. So I'm hopeful that the majority will vote on the 0.38. It is a time when there are needs in the county, I understand that. The landfill we have to take care of that, I understand that. I understand that there are needs in the school, I do. But let's not do it in a time when people are so struggling with their finances. Do the responsible thing, help people now, wait for some of these projects that we have been working towards to bring in more money.
We're faced with a very difficult decision here. I'm not real crazy about being threatened by a re-election. That, you know, if it's somebody in District 1 that wants this job more than I do, that wants to run for it, I'll help to get your petition signed. Threats of re-election, and again, that kind of irritates me, because I love Bedford County, and I don't do anything that I don't think is in the best interest of Bedford County. In this situation, we've got need.
The previous time in 2019, we equalized, but inflation has eroded the value of those dollars. We don't fill that hole, then that hole is going to get bigger quickly. We wouldn't be having this discussion if it wasn't for the Biden administration handing out money like candy. But because they have created this inflationary environment, because we have inflation, that is why we have to do it. We wouldn't even be considering it, and we wouldn't have this discussion tonight, and we'd probably have one speaker, if that, tonight, if it wasn't for the Biden administration's inflation. But unfortunately, it's where we find ourselves. We are still outpacing our closest competitor when it comes to cutting the way we spend money. We've tried to keep things in check, but to claim that all of a sudden Bedford County has all this extra revenue isn't looking at the total picture, because there's very few dollars that we have any control over whatsoever.
I had one guy call me and said he takes blood pressure pills and he skips one every day because he can't afford to take the whole thing. He's spreading it out. And I have people call me about the groceries. They can't afford the groceries. They can't even afford gas for the car. I'm not going to ask these people to tighten the belt unless the government's ready to tighten their belt. And I don't think we've done anything close to tightening our belt.
I talked to my wife, and she said, why should the citizens of Bedford County have to pay for circumstances that have happened in this county?
Whether we go further and close the entire landfill is another discussion. But on the table currently, immediately, we're going to have to close the cell of the landfill. It is full. I'll say another thing, when you increase the population in Bedford County like it has increased, I mean, we're up to 80,000 people. Obviously, there's more trash. That's more trash coming in from renters, from homeowners, and from people that live with renters and homeowners. That's just a fact. Everybody contributes to the trash problem.
Bedford County has decades of fiscal history that reflects an excellent stewardship of citizens' tax dollars. This low tax culture is not going to change if we vote not to equalize the real estate rate this year. You must look beyond the next 12 months in order to preserve this low tax culture that we all enjoy in this county. If we do not anticipate the unfolding needs and prepare accordingly for meeting those challenges, I believe we would be derelict in the performance of our duties. County departments have worked diligently to absorb inflationary pressures on the cost to operate. The line of thought that we can cut our way to a financial position to afford these exploding demands on our finances is simply not realistic.